Hello. Or if you get towards our third map, Skyscraper, we have Clubhouse coming up, and you two can take it away.
Thank you very much, and we will. Well, we take it, Hap.
To Germany.
Whereabouts?
Deutschland. Hey, what do you say?
Whereabouts?
I don't know what the city was.
I don't either.
I'm gonna say like Frankfurt or Stuttgart or...
Those are German cities.
Those are German cities.
I've been to one of them.
Was it the airport?
It was. Well, no, it wasn't just the airport, actually. I had a couple of hours in Frankfurt.
It's Hanover. All right, there we go. No.
So I went to see the miniature museum, I believe is there.
Okay.
It was very interesting. At least Europe's biggest miniature city. Like a model railway. They had like fake planes. Very cool.
We have Madame... Is that called Madame Tussauds?
Madame Tussauds, yeah, well, that's like wax people. That's different.
It's also miniature stuff.
Do they do miniatures?
Yeah, they do. Like, they have a full miniature city as well in there.
Oh.
At least last time I went.
Oh.
So they have, like, wax and miniatures. Unless they've changed that. I don't know. I haven't been since I was, like, 6. So...
Okay. How do you know that... Well, no, because then... Maybe you're just a big...
Well, I do actually remember stuff from my childhood, you know?
Crazy, I don't.
Yeah. I actually still remember some dreams I had when I was, like, 4 or 5.
What?
Yes.
Attackers need to locate.
Get arrested by the police.
In a dream, as a 4 and 5-year-old, you got arrested by the police. What was your crime?
I don't know what it was, but it was just.
You don't remember, do you?
I remember it very, very vividly because I was walking like in the city where my parents were born, or village, and I remember like the street as well where it was. It got picked up by police cars, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, I'm glad you busted out. Do you hear? Do cast? This game, now those bans, it's interesting. They're sort of like likely subjects for bans on this map, but at the same time,
10 seconds
I
left.
don't really see them as a full pack. The Monty, big operator in the Korean
5
scene.
seconds to insert.
We've already seen them have great usage today, and they have massive usage on this map,
Attackers are
specifically
moving out
pushing
to
up
locate a
rafters and
bomb.
garage, pushing down dirt. There's just a lot of places for a Monty to get rid of them. The Solace feels a little bit more targeted against BlossoM, who were playing the Solace very, very well, and the Izami and the Thermite. I mean, again, those are pretty standard removals there.
Actually, in light is Maduro Dam, so just got that cleared up. Either way, back into it we go. That's interesting. Some of the cameras around are looking in unusual spots, really. Going on around in stock, just to see if anybody's going to be entering from that direction. Also to see if any pressure is coming down on the hatch. Now, I'll be able to reply with that if you'd had a C4, which is not the case. The last canister of Goyo being placed right now. 6 impacts are on the board. You can basically tell they're going to try and keep that kitchen head shut.
A bomb has been located.
Getting open patches, playing against the game a bit. You know, everything on this map is known and well stepped and well trodden, and I do love this. This is something that's becoming a lot more familiar. Just sending the boogie down long corridor. Gaki's sort of still sitting pretty on the roof. They have obviously that mine outside the hatch, or just underneath the hatch even. That's ready to catch anyone on the drop of it. They have the read on the approach that comes towards them, but it doesn't seem like BSG are really paying much attention. So from above, they can do this. Just shoot out the X-Kairos. Please don't just send them through without waiting for somebody to be in the fight. Here, Mickey gets another opener. Here onto
What's new?
Yeah, what's new? This time onto Yeeble, not onto Jin.
Getting a break finally. Just has been hunted so much, and Gaki's still roaming around on the top floor. A minute left on the clock. Needs to be some quick pace to be coming through. Just momentarily, and as long as Gaki's still around, that might be problematic for them.
I mean, Gaki is a huge player on the rounds that matter to them. That's the sort of point of it, is as I said, as much you can sort of point towards them not having a player. Kira Mickey, he gets 1 inside of the site and 2, no way! Shouldn't be allowed. And we said he was confident on his swings. Yeah. There's 4 of them that have gone his way. There's 1 more player. It's Vamos in dirt. And he'll get that
gets the
one
ace.
too. There's the ace, the second of the day. But Kira Mickey, I mean, what's better than getting an ace against your old team?
I don't know what else to say. Like, he just walks into the site, kills everybody. Like, how do you stop that? It's oh, the Maverick as well. I mean, it's technically a heart breacher. It's
You don't
great
really
gun,
see the
great
Maverick.
utility, but yeah, you don't really see Maverick just walking into the site, killing everybody, and then the team following up on the back of it.
I mean,
My God.
yeah. He's feeling a little personal.
So, you get into Clubhouse, you just set your mental resets, like, okay, 7-1, guys. You know, we'll come back in Club. It's more default. We'll start off in the basement. It's quite defendable. 2 minutes later, Kira Mickey's out there and just aced you. And you start questioning yourself, doubting the choices you've made.
Seconds to go.
The crouch walking down that corridor, getting one.
5 seconds.
Right, they were unprepared. The second though, I mean, I say they were unprepared. Was Blue watching for that fight?
I don't know.
Because the second player lying down in that position, you assume they have some awareness, unless they were trying to aim up towards the hatch itself, and it's just sort of the crossing of paths there. I don't know how aware they were. Whoops. Instead he pressed the wrong button.
He's a 4. It's allowed to make a mistake. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, the excitement.
The adrenaline right now after an ace, that must be like... I would get very jittery now for this next round.
Well, actually, ironically, I think a rough translation of my Korean is very bad, but I looked for the pronunciation of Cielio and
Yes?
all of the pop-ups, and it's Google Translate. So
Uh-huh.
not great, but it says it's along the lines of being like jittery and angsty is some of
Oh,
the
really?
contractions of that word. So there'll be no jitter from the player named after it. But with
Supposedly.
supposedly. With the breach now aimed up, I mean, this drone is happy to just keep surviving, but you've got to have something come on the back of it. Yeah.
I need a Twitch drone for that to come over.
Well, you assume it was able to just pop off. You can hear the wall collapsing. Grenades of Viana are trying to get their way underneath. An early smoke canister pop. And the furthering of the destruction onto the wall to force anyone out of that tucked position on the door as well.
And they know of one person in the cash room after, you know, the smoke canister and some shots came out. As Evil will find the kill onto accident. Good start for BSG here. Really something they can build on. Notion is going to get himself a flank drone ready. No, actually just checking out the sites. No one there. Everybody's rotated out. It's going to give them an opportunity to start moving through.
Located by attackers.
Take control of construction. You see it also still some reinforcements coming out from the side of BSG. They're just getting themselves ready as Kira Mickey's going to be preparing a way to stop any form of utility, opening up the gap a bit more so it's walkable rather than jumpable. Just to give himself a bit of a better shot and taking these fights.
Well, they're tucked on the little cupboard, which makes things awkward if you want to get an approach. It's an irritating angle to root a player out of. It gives them a great watch over to Notion, who's giving themselves that route and that sight line, but it's a little bit too wide onto the player. They're getting more adventurous. There's one and two from Marine. He doesn't know the player to his right, who should react. There it is. There's the trade back out. It's just down to Kira Mickey. He's got to find two. Finds one versus one. Doesn't have it or the taste. Drops the camera. Goes for the flash into the back line. He's looking for the engagement. It's Jin versus Kira. You couldn't write the story. The flash comes out. He doesn't see it. No! Kira Mickey gets another round. Oh, that was almost a little bit of sweet justice.
I don't think we need to discuss who the MVP of this game is going to be anymore. I think that's already set in stone, no matter how this game will go now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kira Mickey, he made it personal. He's like, you removed me from the... I don't know if they got
We
removed,
don't
by the
know.
way, but
We
this
don't
is just
know.
what I'm assuming. It's like, I used to be on your team. Now you're getting what I always had, like, in me right now. It's just tossing out all the skill he has, throwing it at this fight. I show you what I can do.
I mean, he definitely is. He's having an outstanding sort of showdown here so far. He's really brought a new sturdy element
Seconds to insertion.
to this showdown, and
5 seconds remaining.
you know, from how things sort of went from them, however long ago it was,
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
actually lost playing against La Vega in that final match when he was on the Beyond Stratus roster. And here, he's about to sort of push his previous team down again.
It's his third different operator for this map. Went from Maverick to Flores, now to Sens.
You don't really see too much of a sense, do you?
I don't really see that indeed, and while the light screens are effective, or what we believe we agreed on calling them back down to roly-polies.
Yeah. Love a
There's no
good.
warning on the board, so pretty beneficial right now.
Yeah, that's all clear that room, and now the Iona can start blinking their way across. Quick bit of control here. It seems they've played much close to their chest here. You will still get pressure across the back end. As I said, the standard Monty take of driving themselves up rafters towards where Gaki is without the Monty is much trickier. They have the Capital bolts and 2 grenades to try and force the player, but Kiramiki gets Jin again. And it's just relentless from this player right now.
From underneath the castle barricade as well, or through the, like... From underneath the castle barricade anyway, like there's 2 of them. There's a very tight angle out there to get that kill as well. I feel for Jin, not being able to really get into a fight, just constantly being taken down by the same person. He's now 9-0.
Yeah, that player's 9-0. He's killed Jin of the 11 times. I believe it's either 10 or 11. Jin has died today. I can confirm Kira has killed him 8 of those times.
Quickly checking in for below. That means grenades will soon follow from Marine. That ping is maybe going to be a bit of utility on the wall just so they can start opening up. The second one will be aimed at a person. We check in to see if there's anybody coming to trick. And it was right out there, actually. Yeeble, he would have stepped out that door, would have been picked up. Accident finds Vamos. And now the sense makes a lot of sense because they're probably going to be using this to actually push through that one hole they just made.
Kiramiki has died. They have been removed from this, and regular Jin is going to see if they can try and cut their way across, but he's quickly knocked back in. BlossoM secure themselves. Third round.
Yeah, talking about mental now. Just had that first map 7-1. You start off, oh yeah, I was going to say pretty decent in that first round until Kiramiki walked in the side and killed everybody. Second round, kind of the same until Kiramiki clutched. This side is a bit more difficult to hold, the one they just did in CCTV, so that was almost always going to go away from them, and also like probably the cleanest round from a team perspective on the side of BlossoM, because of course we had Kiramiki ace in that first one, which was pretty flawless.
Yeah, and they crouched their way through the site.
Yeah. But what are you going to do now? Do you cheat? Because time's running out. Last game we had a too little, too late. There's definitely too little coming out from this team now.
10 seconds left.
Way too little. We need to see more of them. We need to see them actually counter whatever is going on. And if you look over on the kill boards, right, like, I cannot even say that everybody of BlossoM is showing up yet because they didn't have to. You have 3 people on 2 kills and then Kiramiki on 9. So we don't even know what's left there.
Really come out with a good stat. Well, not a stat, a good bit of information on how to pronounce. The name. I did not know. Spruni good. Was learning Korean. Or
Soleo.
Sorry. I'm looking over. So based on them and their knowledge, how? He's so talented. Oh man, so clever. Why can't you be more like Bruni?
Well, being able to read Hangul.
Or just in general. Cool.
I'm sorry.
First for Booney, the miniature Dutch, or the miniature German city is super miniature, because he's very tall.
Yeah, that is true. I'm actually perfectly average for a Dutch male in terms of height.
Dutch people are quite tall, generally.
Yeah, I feel small in my own country, but I feel like big everywhere else.
Can they even see Anne?
No. No, Anne is like...
When
Needs
Anne,
to bow down.
when Anne was a teacher, did they mistake her for a student? Ooh, they missed that throw. Jin. Oh no, who was it? Kira Mickey! Again. This is just a funny statistic. This has got to be the most, like, if Jin A kills Kira Mickey.
It's gone down.
He has gone down. I mean, he died in the last round. It's just the amount of times. Other Jin. Regular. Hi, I'm Jin. Let's get it. There's two Jins. It's Jin Ann.
Doesn't make it any less confusing.
Apparently they did mistake Anne for being a student.
I can see that. Anne.
And for context, Anne taught primary school. You know, when you're like 7 years old.
Not anymore, I believe.
Not anymore.
So, yeah.
And they teach Siege. Quick break.
Right.
30 seconds onto Church Wall. They're looking to see if they can try and just keep themselves in for a plant. They don't have the power of the Mavericks, but they do have that great motion. There's the pick back up, but that wall will stay unpopped for this. They've just got to try and fight their way now in towards the site itself. There's the kit. You have barely any time to get it. There's a player inside dirt on their left. They're inside the Fenrir, which will give some of the game the location away. They cannot see much. They're going to hope that they can go for the plant. The cover isn't there, and, well, here is a round that goes into BSG's favor, their second of the day.
Not a great stat, but if it was going to be coming on any site, I believe it was going to be the basement. Again, I think that side is the easiest to hold if you were all turtling down together. It's just quite difficult to remove enough players to actually go for a proper execute. And well, just the smoke going aggressive out there, taking care of the heart breach, that really turned that round upside down outside of BlossoM. Otherwise, there was going to be an opportunity for them to continue playing and to continue trying to get that plan down. Either way. 1 round on the board for BSG, but that's not what they're looking for. They need to get... I'm going to say they need to get 3 rounds. They need to get 2 more for this half if they want to have a good opportunity, because by the way that, you know, they've played that last and previous map from Cafe, it's clear that their teamwork is not as cohesive as it usually is. That's not to blame them, right? Like, they had to deal with a substitute situation due to illness.
10 seconds remaining.
Don't want any team to suffer that, especially in important games like this.
5 seconds left.
But it is the truth, and then that just makes you less coordinated as a team to some extent, because everything you've been practicing for the last couple months
Attackers have located a bomb.
somewhat gets hindered right now.
3 rounds to 1, and obviously they were able to, you know, pull one in the first map as well, but it's still a very long road for the rest of this map. You're playing your defense onto club. BlossoM put great pressure. They took 5 of their attacks on this yesterday and then quickly finished it on the second half with the 2 required. So you know that they can play a good defense game. You know that they can bring a solid. They wanted to play this map, and you know, at least if you've got the sort of fill-in roster you're playing on club where attack is a lot more sort of put forward when BSG get there instead of the intricacies of Cafe. But... oh, up to the top. And there it goes. First. Solio! Be able to take care of Jin.
And that means Breach will soon follow up as well onto the main wall. The CCTV wall, that is. Forces us to continue. Kira Mickey gets taken out by Jed. Finally, he gets the other end of it. Takes down a huge player in this game. Also the one that was playing from right below, so brings back these numbers slightly even. Makes on the cash position a bit easier to hold on to. Where's the EMP going? Is that for any ADSs? I think it is.
There. is the play against it. They're not quite able to get everything. They do find a player on the back. Mickey is gone too. They have a man advantage. They've been able to take care of two very problematic people, but there it is, accident. They did have a couple of sort of narrow bites here. Gets one. They want to try and catch this last player. Do they know one more's inside? I don't think they did, but Yeeble couldn't quite get the connection. Gaki, a little bit frustrated. He couldn't offer some support there. Yeeble, if he'd have played his hand and held onto it a little bit longer, I think he was under less pressure than he thought he was. But here now with control of the back end, with the body balance back in their favor, and Marine going elsewhere with a grenade.
Yeah. All he needs is one bit of information, and that could be a kill. That could suddenly turn into a 3v1. As he's coming up on the staircase, position is going to be known. He's been spotted by the camera, has made some noise. He's been just tossed in. The FNAT is going to be stopping him from truly pushing, and he's actually being pushed right now by Gaki, who pops up, gets that kill, instantly rotates back towards logistics. Brings it to a 2-on-2, which is suddenly very winnable as Vamos finds another one as well.
Just accident left. The players behind the gym equipment. The kid's cold inside. They go for the hop round, but get shredded, and the two remaining BSG players cement it 2 rounds in a row. They have doubled what they could do on the first map. Can they try and get an even half from this?
That's it. That would be huge if they manage to get another round out of that. They do definitely need it. They need to get everything they can. Get themselves in the best possible spot. We're fighting for a map 3.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
6th round, and it's bar to come up. It's like we haven't seen much this stage yet. I personally haven't seen it, or casted it rather, at this stage yet. It has been played. And I mean, not in Korea. I just meant like over the entire circuit.
Bomb located by attackers.
And it's a bit of a gamble, I'd say, to go out there. I mean, I guess your other option would be CCTV, which is, well, kind of infamous for not being very defense favorite right now. I hope they're ready for what is to come here.
Attackers are heading out.
Sounds like BlossoM has a plan as well. The glass is being brought out, so smoke-covered plants could be on the cards here. Candelas as well.
Well, will they be able to get this sneaky smoke plant tucked in? We've seen it happen onto stage. We sort of get that approach that comes around from it. Where they lock themselves in and that move against. They've sort of got the bulletproof. They got the pressure that comes onto that side, onto that window.
What's Mickey thinking of right now? Because he's like ready with that Candela. It's going over to the top 4 probably to stop any verticality, but yeah, so he wants to stop anybody from using that hatch against them. That's his goal.
You know, I just realized whilst I was looking down at the notes in the previous round.
How'd you realize?
Jin A killed Mickey in the last round.
I said it. Finally got the kill.
I know, but I wish I'd been there.
Well, you weren't there?
No, I was looking at my notes.
Oh.
Damn it. I wanted to scream. I will next time. First of many. Here come the flashes. There goes the motion. There goes the play all the way against it. They've gone to the back wall. There's the EMP break. There's 2 quick kills that come into the favor of BSG. They're going to see if they can get a third. One more. It leaves just the plant. It's a 5 versus 2. Yeeble's outside. Notion gets 1. They're going to see if they can get Yeeble, which they do. 3 versus 2. Post-plant situation. The player above the hatch. There's a great swing round from Jin. There's the Glaz as well. They went for a pocket play, but well prepared. The jump out, the double strike there, especially from Yeeble, gets the cement. Hey, 3 apiece, 3.5.
Yeah, definitely good retake coming through there for BSG. When the plant went down, they didn't really panic. They knew they could go for a retake as the last 2 players were known. And thus, even half. Which is a fight, which is possible for them to win. As we head towards the defense, it's going to be the basement site first. Here, Mickey is deciding a Kavera might be the play here. It's not often we see that.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
But by the
defused
way,
by
he's been
attackers.
playing this first 3 rounds especially. I guess go ahead. Go play that, Kev. Go get an interrogation. It is definitely a way to start off your defense with a statement, and again, be a bit of a, like, dip in the mental.
BlossoM, they've got themselves locked in there. We've started to see them, I'm not going to say get a little bit maybe too cool, too confident with where they're at.
10
You're
seconds remaining.
still trying to hope
5 seconds
there
remaining.
might be a little bit more pressure that comes back into their game of, all right, things are going away from us. Let's try and sort of lock in. The Kavira, Kira Mickey, I mean, highlights maybe then still going for these pocket motions. It's very rare for Cav to pop off.
Yeah, that's what I was saying as well. Is like, I guess if like the game you've been having, and if you know how BSG approach this map, and you're aware of the fact that there's often a single player out somewhere in this map, I'll be able to get away with it. You might be able to get an interrogation or at least put some fear in their hearts, because as soon as they know there's going to be a Kavira on the board, you know what will happen? Every single corner of this map is going to be cleared. Every single corner of this map is going to be droned, or at least face checked, just to make sure that there is no Kavira hiding there. It's right behind the toilet. I'm not sure if they'll see this.
It's a
This is
particular
not a
place
hiding
to
spot
hide.
I was very aware of. I can see this easily be overlooked.
Well, the drones are being spotted. There's mute jammers to buy themselves a little bit more time. Oh, my word. Please don't. It's not just about not being spotted as well. It obviously, you know, relates.
Time.
There it is.
They didn't check, they didn't check! This is exactly what I thought, because you don't check behind the toilet.
They didn't check. App, they didn't check.
No, they didn't. And that,
Oh,
the
another
second
drone,
coming
another drone,
through-
another drone.
No. Yes, that's seen it. That should have seen Kiramiki.
I don't know if it did. I don't think it did.
No way they did, because he was not looking. He's gonna pick up the drone and he's gonna get shot by...
No!
No!
Oh,
It's
he
a
didn't go
confirm
for the
as well.
interrogation.
He's just wanting to waste time, Emmy. He's getting that kill just to keep them afraid. Like, hey, there's a cav above. We need to start hunting that. That's exactly what Gaki's doing now. He's feeding himself in.
Imagine pulling off an interrogation at your old team.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
They've got the hard breach. They've got Habana. They've removed it, leaving a lot of work to be done here by Warden.
Attackers have located a
Hiramiki's tucked under the bullet hole with a shotgun. They have a laser sight, which will give some of the game away, but the sledge is having to hunt for this player. They don't know the sledge is above.
Slash dropped.
Sledge just dropped.
He's just waiting for that drone to turn on. Wants to move past.
Well, in the meantime, they're putting pressure onto the site. They're doing exactly the right thing, saying, well, we know one's up there. We need to try and get them down here. There's the drop on the next player. Jin is opening up some angles. They're the victim. There's another pop from the back end. The pistol gets a lockdown. Accident causes big problems.
Oh.
And there's Kira Mickey getting the end of it. I mean, I'm still sad we didn't get an interrogation, but a Cav getting at least 2 kills, maybe 3. I'm not sure if the pistol was on an already downed player or not. And it is just... I said it doesn't always work. It did this time.
Yeah. It did that time. And again, like, I think it was a smart call to not go for the interrogation. You're on a soft floor. There's a buck below.
I don't
Could
care.
have interrogated. It would have been a skeleton key that ripped you apart, but
I'm not in the
just
business.
wasting time was the main goal there, not the interrogation.
I'm not in the business of caring if there's these calls. Wow. Order 3 and BlossoM, you know, they get that round back and sort of peel themselves towards what is a more traditional lock-in here. An M870 Bandit isn't always the most common, but shotgun in the right place in the current field of shotguns is pretty good. That's a toilet.
5 seconds to insertion.
That was the one he was hiding behind. It's very infamous now.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
You know how certain places are named after players, and it usually takes a while.
Keramic toilet seat.
I don't think you want the toilet to be named after you, right? I think that's more of an insult. Even if you pull off the greatest play there, I think if everyone referred to the bathroom by your name, you'd probably be like, okay, can we like do somewhere else?
Especially considering there were toilet issues last time we were casting together in Korea.
It was.
It's definitely kind of toilet issue as well.
Not from us, from a player. There was a delay.
Yeah, from a player.
Toilet. All we were given as the reasoning was toilet issues.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Straight in. Across the bow, all the way up, but they didn't quite pay attention to the right angle there. Accident. Lent in. We currently don't have the nameplates on the bottom, so this will get a little bit rougher. Test the memory of...
It's accident.
No, it's accident for now. Where's that bar disappear? Right, that's not supposed to happen.
No, it's supposedly not to happen. Luckily, we still have like a little highlight on the cards on the right and left. Otherwise, it gets gun recognition. Jin finds Soleo. Good kill to come through. Still looking to go aggressive though on the side of BlossoM. Vamos is looking to push in from underneath the stairs. He gets some red things out there. Seems like they're not aware of that position. They don't know Vamos is coming up the stairs.
Now they are. There's the swing of it. Oh, still wins out. Accident. Hope they would full send. They were slowly peeling away, whether their vision was obscured or not. Either way, the pre-fire expecting the fight nets them a very important kill there. Nets them control of the back end. They're going to have to sort of pick up and move the fence, move things around. The risky run up red brought them a lot of success here and a lot of time as well.
Some long angles being held here by Notion. As long as that, well, Casablanca is not going to get opened up, he will be in a good spot, but here comes the RC Rotero. It's a bit more difficult for him to play where he currently is, and as the flashbangs come through, I don't hope his gun is sticking out. Oh, he finds one kill. Now they definitely know where he is, though. The free fire's coming through. He goes for the second and lands it as well. BlossoM back into this round on the back of that bomb chassis play.
Suddenly now, just Yebel and Jin left. Going for the hop and the rotate. They're putting on one player, and they'll get the cemented kill there. Another one for the Jin vs Kirameki tally, but unfortunately the next two cannot quite follow up. BlossoM, they move 2 rounds away from the place in the finals tomorrow.
All right. BlossoM showing up here. Again, huge play on that bomb chassis. Should not have gotten 2 kills out of that. But they did. And that is that main thing here to know.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
So 2 rounds away. Headed towards CCTV. Now this should be a must-win side for PSG. If they lose this one, this game is most likely over.
I mean, it is all a drive at this point. Obviously, the previous game had a little bit of back and forth towards the end of it, but it ended up with a 7-4. The second map last time. Sometimes if they just get themselves towards that position and they're on the sort of 6-4 break, it's still just that step too far. They need to keep them off 6 marks for as long as possible. So getting a cemented point here is good, but doubling it down and pushing back in. I mean, the latter half of last half, they tied 3 rounds in a row out of seemingly nowhere.
I'm reloading.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
All right.
Attackers have located a bomb.
As we wait, so does BlossoM. They need to wait until they figure out what this approach is going to be like. And it seems like Jin is going to be mavericking open that wall. Going to make it soft. There's some view holes as well. I'm not sure if you're actually going to be able to open up that wall like this. Looks like it's just going to be a viewpoint.
Yeah.
So I do not know what the plan is going to be because...
It's a strange one, isn't it?
Yeah, how are you going to open it up like this? I mean, you can get a grenade through maybe and get rid of the claw, and then you have to put a Selma on, but then impacts can also hit it, so... It's a bit of an odd one.
Yeah. It's a sight line. That sort of line means All right, let's try and sort of get in on the back end of this. The Mavericks still doing their best. That wasn't where they wanted that to go, but we could try and drive it up, then get the rappel up. They're going for the read. They didn't see Kiramiki. Just holding that foot angle there under. There's still this line across that Accident wants the fight through, but you know, it means there's a bit of a risk there. But at the same time, with those, you know, drone blockers, Amos is just sat waiting, and all the pressure's going from the back end, and they know it's going to come from here.
BlossoM still waiting. Openings are being made. Some small rotations over the bottom. Again, they don't really need to have... Like... They don't need to be present inside a CCTV. They can just play in garage and hold an angle. Like, from... Oh, they connect from below. Great start from Jin. And it cleans up the site just slightly, but he needs to be careful because there's still people around on that bottom floor. As I said.
Oh, Kiramiki gets Jin on the back end. Yeevil's holding himself close to the fight. He's just going to get the break onto that wall. Great combination, but no! Couldn't quite get the sliver on the shot there onto the C4. Marine gets another. 3 versus 2. Jin and Vamos left. Trying to break their way in. There's the player watching on the right-hand side. Without the main wall open, without that breach open, it's so rocky.
15 seconds to go.
There's the down onto the line. A 2 versus 1 versus nobody. Another Kiramiki fight, but it's become more back and forth on this map, which I appreciate. But now there cannot be any more back and forth. BlossoM are 1 round away from the finals tomorrow.
And by the way that BlossoM have looked right now, I am pretty convinced... I was like, didn't they have their tactical timeout yet? But I believe that was...
No, they didn't.
Yeah, first map that I took it very early. Just that map was so quick that I thought it was this map.
It was a quick map, you're correct.
Yeah. But still, by the way BlossoM have currently been playing, I definitely think Talon's going to have a really good fight on their hands for the actual spot. BlossoM is going to be able to give them a good run for their money if they continue on like this. And whilst yes, BSG is able to get more into this game slightly, like more of the team is showing up as well, still not enough fully. Again, like we usually talk about CCTV and how it's you know, an easy opening onto the main wall, and then you get garage. Sometimes you see a construction take, but you still need to take care of garage because otherwise they're just going to get you on the walk-in. I'm still not really sure about what the idea was with the opening on the Maverick there. Yeah, sure, you get like a line of sight out of it, but they don't have to be afraid that the plan's coming from there, right? So all the guns can just be aimed from the top of red towards construction. And whoever is in the garage can stay in the garage. But that's done, that's it.
That's done.
There's no point in trying to think about it now. That's up to them if they do return there at some point. There's a 6-3 right now. Basement again to come through. Surely they'll be haunted a little bit by that one roamer that was still upstairs. Not that they are playing at Caveira right now, but I can tell you that they will be droning that toilet out a bit more sturdy this time.
They've got themselves onto the charge here. The blinds and the flash, the break and enter they might go for instead of trying to play on that route around from before. It's also much easier to clear without those problems. But there isn't anyone to clear, and how quickly they learn this will be the test and the tell. They are going to have to play this as steady as possible. As I said, Club is that map that you should still know. You should still be able to bring a game to. And they'll probably drone the bathroom.
They probably will. They'll probably drone out a bunch of other hidey corners as well, just to make sure that there's no one hiding right behind it. Okay, this is eyeing up to be a quick push somewhere. Again, it's starting to open up some verticality, and that tells you they just want to get a plant in from that kitchen hatch. That will open up. Stars are being placed 2 at a time, just to make sure that you take out any impacts that might still be left. As Yeeble gets one down, but gets picked up right afterwards. Gaki now has the opportunity to clean up that final kill. It is a man advantage here for the side of BSG, and Marine very low as well as he's trying to rotate through. Gets picked up from above. Good round for BSG.
That was it. They went for a really good strike there, and you know, being caught on the rotate was unfortunate. It was sort of made you a free fight for the player above. Accident does find Gaki. That was the fight around dirt. 3 remaining players are stacked up inside the building. They're holding on with a bit of an arm's length. There's still lots of time for BSG to try and formulate something. Still a lot of grenades as well. They have everything in their pockets to turn this into a success, whereas at this point, Accident and Notion just have guns. Oh, they also have a cap cam post-mortem. Marine gets one from beyond the grave. A 2 versus 2. The Claw is going to reinforce the wall and the fight itself, but there's no more hard breach. This is just a showdown. They're hoping to get lucky. Luck isn't quite being handed to them at this point. BlossoM don't need to put the pressure on. They don't need to throw themselves into this. They're grabbing the kit. They're going to try and just muscle their way here. Down onto the stair set itself, down towards church. They need to try and isolate these fights. That grenade forces them to not be able to watch the end of the long corridor.
Heard that.
Yeah, Jin slips on. Watched from above. This is clever. 2 stories of this. They're going to pull up and hope that they get the fight on the back end. Notion gets caught out by 1. There's almost the catch on the cover, but they just need the man with the kit. They cannot quite find it. BSG, hold on for one more round.
Slightly coming back towards that even part where they're hunting for. Need to get to 6-6, otherwise their year is over as well. She's not in a position currently where they can make 6 invitational, no matter what the other results are going to be looking like. Really need to be making it to the major if they want to have an opportunity of qualifying. So again, these 2 rounds are quite literally for the entire year, or whatever is left.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And that is an insane amount of pressure, of course. We're headed back towards the gym and bedroom. Last time we saw BSG here, they were able to put up quite a bit of a man advantage, but then the player right behind the B bomb chassis, Notion it was, able to find those 2 kills on the windows, and afterwards it did slip into BlossoM's hands. It means that BSG is definitely competitive on this side. They just need to make sure that those kind of mistakes do not creep in.
10 seconds to insertion.
6-4. BlossoM, can you just push this one over the edge? You've got, I mean, you look at Kiramiki, you look at Accident. Huge performances from the 2 players. But it just takes pushing that over the line. Really, they've set themselves up for success, but at the same time, how BSG have come alive. At the death now, at the death's door. This means that there is still opportunity. It was a run up red. An important fight that was won out by BSG that drove this round into more of a successful position than last time.
As openings are being made, you see Kiramiki just putting down some extra electrification, make it difficult for the attackers to actually get through. Not sure if Vamos spotted out the second player there. Definitely saw one set of legs walking by. An accident on the top of red might have gone unseen. Grenade is coming through, just trying to confirm where he actually is, and as it just walked out of the room, that grenade is not going to be able to stick anymore. There comes a fuse together with a double Selma, double EMP, making sure that that wall will open up. That's definitely some pressure onto the bathroom side of things.
Roll of the Candelas underneath, the pressure onto logistics. Celio's holding off, waiting for the drop to hit the boards beneath. He's more than happy in that role to sort of play around with the glasses and see what comes out in the back end. The Candelas aren't going to have any effect. Kiramiki is going on the rotate round. Shotgun's not going to do a huge amount from the distance. Use charges, pop through onto the side. If they can get some utility, that will be the good bit. There's at least a Fenrir off.
Did that. Not sure where the other fuse charge went, but Kiramiki with a great kill onto Jin and instantly rotating off. He did that from the garage, so that's going to be making them aware of the fact that Highway more than likely is not going to be a viable option anymore as Jin dropped as well. It seems like BlossoM have found themselves with another victory as they push themselves onto the finals with a flawless round, Emmy.
Very, very well played day here from BlossoM. You know, it's rocky for BSG, obviously, coming into this and not being at full strength. It's nothing you ever want to go through, especially with how important this game is for your chance at playing more Siege this year. That is the end of their route. BlossoM have one more fight to go through at this point, but they look so strong today, the strongest they have recently. And, you know, I think you're up for a good engagement tomorrow.